Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea, a channel for marriage-minded men. I've been married since 2015 to a woman I met in the Philippines. I like to talk about videos that can help you in a relationship with any woman from anywhere. Today, another one from Mark Travers. This is from CNBC.com, and he's going to talk about things to not neglect and to talk about in your relationship. Always talk about these very important things. And I know some people aren't sure what to say, or they may talk for a while with somebody, especially if they haven't met yet, like in video cams, and they just kind of run out of things to say, and you have this dead air, to use a radio term. But please subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea. Leave a comment. Let's talk about what he believes are these 5 important things to say. And again, sometimes couples run out of things to say, and you have to be very intentional about it. So talk about, number 1, the state of your relationship. To me, that sounds just obvious, but apparently it can be neglected. He says couples in thriving relationships always make a point to check in and make sure the other partner is happy. On some days, that means just asking, do you feel loved? Do you feel supported, connected? Other days, it's about expressing appreciation, sharing a laugh over a favorite memory, or talking about something they're looking forward to doing together. Having these daily check-ins help prevent small misunderstandings from growing into larger issues. Every day might seem like the next day or the last day, but there's a lot of monotony, but still, there are changes in our life, and I think relationships are either getting better or they're getting worse. I don't know that they can be stagnant. So talk about the state of your relationship. And by the way, in YouTube, I have a playlist about questions to ask your spouse, your Filipina, that you're dating, and this can apply to anybody, but all kinds of questions to ask when you just meet them to break the ice, all kinds of questions to ask, when you get past that stage and you're getting more serious about them, questions to ask if you're ready to propose, getting down to the real serious stuff there, and also after you're married, questions to ask, many questions to ask, so you can keep learning and growing. Number 2, he says, talk about what they're currently into, both of you. In the strongest relationships, he says, both partners stay curious about what excites the other. Could be a song they can't stop listening to, could be a book they've been devouring, a hobby they're exploring, or even a TikTok that made them laugh. Regardless of whether their interests overlap, they stay curious about each other's passions. This is what keeps the spark alive. I really like that comment. It seems so simple, but when you get busy, you get into your own thing, it's easy to overlook. Over their years together, these little updates remind one another of perhaps the most important thing to remember in a relationship. We're constantly growing and evolving, and we're doing it together. Very well said. Number 3, talk about your future dreams. You can do that every day. Happy couples are never stuck in the present or past. They often have conversations about long-term goals like owning a home, traveling more, starting a business, raising kids. You also don't shy away from less practical, more whimsical topics like what they do with the year off, how they renovate their dream kitchen, or where they go if money wasn't a concern. Discussing dreams, no matter how realistic or far-fetched, keeps the relationship future-oriented by instilling a joint sense of purpose and possibility. Even if a dream can't be acted on right away, talking it over allows them to keep track of each other's values. And I even go a step further with my wife, and I've talked to her about things that she wants to accomplish and can accomplish after I'm gone, because life goes on when I'm not there. And so I might throw some things out and say, hon, you have the potential to get involved with this. You have potential to buy this and be in charge of that, just to make her open her mind to the possibilities she has right now that she can dream about even far into the future, because I am quite a bit older than she is. Now, number 4 he mentions here, they should always talk about their fears and stressors. Happy couples aren't uncomfortable bringing up what's bothering them. A healthy relationship should feel like a safe place where couples can work through their troubles together as a team. Whether it's a tough day at work, a lingering insecurity, or even a fear about the relationship itself, they trust their partner to respond with empathy. And over time, this daily practice of being emotionally honest builds a rock-solid sense of safety. Both partners will never feel like they have to carry their baggage alone. And number 5, their random thoughts. And Mark Travers says or writes, even a half-formed musing can be a fun way to connect. Happy couples never think twice about sharing their random ideas, like their shower thoughts, their what-ifs, their this just popped in my head theories. Be communicating always. And these don't have to be deep or profound. In fact, they're usually pretty silly, weird, or seemingly irrelevant. Adding a little bit of playfulness and spontaneity into every conversation also makes space for laughter and even intimacy. He says, I always remind couples, since he's a counselor, that a big part of building a successful relationship is about being intentional with the conversations you choose to have. Couples who stay connected day after day create a shared space for curiosity, growth, and joy. Now, he's a psychologist who specializes in relationships. I've read from Mark Travers many times. And one closing thought I want to have, since I've been married for 10 years, and I agree with this, is it takes effort. To stay connected takes effort. And I know how easy it is to say, well, we're both busy or had a bad day. Let's communicate a little bit tomorrow. And then tomorrow gets busy, or you forget, you go back to the old habits, and you just choose not to make a point to talk about things like this. So I hope that you will read this, leave a comment. Maybe you're doing it really well. Maybe your wife just is not very talkative. Maybe you want to do these things with your wife, but you just can't seem to squeeze out that information. If she's like my wife, she's very private, and it can be difficult to get her to talk about the things that I want to talk about, or the person you're in a relationship with could just say, everything's fine, nothing, I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what you want me to say. So I guess that means be patient. She's not going to just open up right away and say, hey, that's a great idea. It's going to take some time for her to build up the desire to be, talking about things like this and to be doing it regularly. So that is my video for today about things you should talk about regularly in your relationships. Please leave a comment and subscribe here to Love Beyond the Sea.